Three, two, one. Hi, everyone. Aaron is back, and we've already started discussing one topic here. So this is the topic we're going to talk about because we have so much to say. So I'm going to read the comment for the people at home, and then we'll continue our deliberations here. Right. So the comment goes: I feel like LMG/MMG motorcycles will be unplayable if they get half the shots. Now, Aaron, are you still on team? Nah, I think they're still good.
Yeah,
You are.
I think they could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Convince me, please.
So the two things that we're looking at that might be worse is A, the shots, but B, the soft skins getting killed quickly on damage.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the shots. We've got the British and French early war one, which will go down from 4 to 2, we assume. Yeah. And then we've got the German one, which will go from 6 to 3, I'd imagine, depending on what happens with the buzzsaw rule. But I don't know if that takes 8, then back down to 4. But regardless, let's just say it's 3 or 4. It's probably not a big deal. So we're not talking reliable kills there.
No. But we are talking reliable pins, though.
We're talking a very reliable pin. So the pin is probably even more reliable now on 2 shots at 50% than it was on 4 shots at sometimes 6s or 5s at the very least, sometimes 7s with 4 without even them going down. So like if it's a motorcycle's moved, a lot of time it is moving. So it's that moved, maybe range, side cover. It's like, So I think the pin is more certain.
Yeah.
A lot more certain. But the damage is a lot less certain. Yeah. Very less certain.
Yeah.
But the enemy won't be going down. So even if you say
no, not on 2 shots. Nobody goes down for 2 shots.
No, not even for 3 or 4. I wouldn't have thought. Depending on what it is in this case, they may go down with their single inexperienced officer, right? Maybe.
Yeah, of course.
To get that save. But if you're getting 2 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots through, let's just say 1 misses, you still might pick up a kill. They're not going to have the down. They might have the cover save if you roll a damage. Yeah, so you may pick up 1 if you're lucky, but it's more just about that guaranteed pin. So you're always confidently securing your pin with your bike. If you're running around with British, you've got 3 guaranteed pins, whereas in the past that may be not the case. The German one, similar story, but they're like basically same points, 40. They may get a reduction, who knows? They may go down to 30, 35. I don't know. Hard to say. But
and with the new force organization chart, potentially you could take like a full armored platoon of German motorcycles.
Yep. Yeah, you could. 100%. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, even at 40 points, let's just say they're 40 for argument's sake. Another neat thing you can do is you can use it as a way to unlock the platoon in the first place. Yeah. So if you just want to add that tank platoon in and you want to bring, say, a Stug or a Tiger, for example, you can easily unlock that Tiger with bringing your motorcycle bike to get that.
Just using that for the obligatory choices in the tank platoon. Yeah.
So it's a cheap way to do that, and there's no other things you have to worry about with that platoon. So it's easy to add on a tank platoon by doing these, using these, which is also handy.
I think there's one thing that for me, because my first instinct was as soon as I saw the new rules for soft skinned, I was like, yeah, I'm never running soft skins again. And then they also nerfed how many shots they came with. So I was like, yeah, my motorcycle's out. I'm not so sure anymore. And not just because I'm talking to Aaron, but also because we don't know about Recce yet. We don't know if the motorcycles will have Recce, and we don't know how Recce will work in version 3. That for me has a lot to say on these lighter vehicles, these like motorcycles, especially, but also other like Jeeps with machine guns or whatever, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge, massive difference. Because under the old, in V2, a lot of the time you would only lose your bike if you decided that it was time to lose it.
Yeah.
Because by using it as an early action or throwing it to an objective or something, taking a risk, maybe trying to use their fire economy up or something like that.
Yeah. And if anything, I mean, normally you would just maybe place it on ambush and just wait for the enemy to shoot at it and then recce away. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's true. Who knows what it would mean now? Not sure, but a lot will hinge on that, because being recce and soft skin, like under the V1 or V3 rules, is what it's going to go back to now. In my opinion, it's not a problem.
No.
Because you can always just escape it. It just means you can't be as aggro with it early, I guess, because it's just going to get chewed up. The other thing, we don't know how points are scored. So we know that these bikes historically have been quite good at scoring territory points, whether that's getting off the board, getting into
sectors,
zones, diving on objectives in missions where they're allowed to contest or score. They're really good at those sorts of things. So they could potentially be good victory point assets, as opposed to
grabbers, because
I mean, they were never squad deleters in the first place. So I feel like they're still okay, but recce will have a lot to say about that for sure. And missions.
And missions, and that's a good point, and that is why it's really good to talk to other people than yourself sometimes, because I hadn't really thought of that, but it is true. The way that I've used my motorcycles, at least, they've really been like my flankers, going on and pushing out in envelopment. They've been brilliant. They've won me so many victories just running down the sides, and we don't know if that's going to be a thing or if that's going to be important. And if that is the crux of the game, that's how you win the game. You're absolutely right. That could be really important. God damn it, Aaron, you're persuading me to keep all my stuff instead of selling it. I'm not.
If you want to sell your bikes, I'm happy to buy them.
As soon as you said that, I'm not selling anything, because Aaron knows stuff, apparently. Right. So I guess the lesson here is calm down and don't start selling your model collections yet, because we still don't know. There's so many things that could still change up what will be good here. So we're just a couple of guys speculating on the internet. Don't listen too much to us. That would be the advice, I guess. Aaron, again, thank you so much for coming on to the channel. It was a pleasure seeing you and talking to you again and hearing your ideas about what will happen in version 3. How excited are you to get your hands on the actual book?
Yeah, I am, and I've already vowed to myself that I'll start a new army. So new nation I haven't played before. Probably German, maybe Japanese.
I think a lot of people will consider starting Germans, because I personally, I have a hunch that Germany is going to be great. Finally.
Yeah, I've wanted to play them for a while, so might be the right time.
Might be the right time. Right. That's it from us. See you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.